What's going on, guys? This is DJ with All Day DFS, and I hope y'all guys are having a great night. I hope y'all guys cashed in. I hope y'all see nothing but green lines across the board. We love them green lines. We love that green. I hope y'all guys cashed in. Let me know how it went down below for y'all guys. Drop a line. Let me know. Again, nothing but good vibes, and I hope it went well for y'all guys. Me, myself, I had a bad first half of the day, and then I recovered with some second half and fourth quarter plays, which, again, it's always been my specialty, guys. If y'all followed me since I started this, you've probably seen a lot more winners, second half, fourth quarter. I really, I focus on that a lot, and I hit that a lot. And the sheets that we have that are coming out probably mid-December, we're gonna come out with the sheets. They've been helping me a lot, so I did cash in fourth quarter and second half plays. And guys, if this is your first time seeing a PrizePicks video, guys, this is the way to go. PrizePicks and games like prop games, I think is the way to go. I think it's the future of fantasy sports. Come on in and sign up. Use the promo code below, all day. That's right there below, all day, and they'll match your deposit up to $100. So if you throw in 100, they'll throw in 100, and you got $200 to start. That's a good start. And usually I don't make. If you followed me last year, you would know that I used to make videos. I used to call it the After Dark edition, and usually I would recap the night, and I would go into the picks for the next day. Back then, PrizePicks did it differently. PrizePicks, they've changed it up a little bit. It used to be they used to put about 8 players on the board, fantasy score, and that was it. They didn't even have single stats for the most part, and so it was just nothing but fantasy score. But now they don't put the fantasy score until the next day, and they come out with the props, and they have 3 games on the board right now. 3 games for some of the props, and some of them are just 2 games. But so they have a lot to go through. But I always get, try to drop the video earlier. They want to drop it earlier before the lines move. Drop it earlier, blah blah blah. So this is super early. 1 a.m. early. So y'all guys, if y'all see this video, y'all guys have the chance to jump on some of my early favorite picks of the day. So let's go ahead and get into it. The recap. I mean, it was only a 5-game slate. I had early on. I just needed one guy to do something, and it's always like that. It seems like you always need one guy just to come through, and for whatever reason they didn't. Like I had LeBron. This was a late game, but I had LeBron going over 5.5 rebounds, and he was at 5 like in the start of the fourth quarter. Went the whole fourth quarter and did not get a rebound. So just be cautious about certain things. Like, I mean, that one really looked really good, but I mean, you got Westbrook, and he's just like a rebound hog. Like, I wasn't watching the game, but I'm pretty sure he probably stole a couple from LeBron. And then you got Davis, and you got a lot of people that rebound on that team. So maybe the move was the assist. But I mean, it's just so hard because it's like you got LeBron and Westbrook, going against each other for those stats, and I need to watch them more to see who handles the ball and who does all that, but the assist was the move for LeBron. He didn't get there. He only had 5 rebounds. If he would have hit, I would have made a couple extra $100. But as you can see, this is my promo account. I have 2 different accounts, but I have $160 credit. This account I use strictly with just promo funds because this is what I use for my videos and stuff. But I had this account and had my other account, and it went well, like I said. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Let me stop wasting your time. When it's late like this at night, I don't have no interruptions. I got my son sleeping. I like to just keep talking and give strategies and do whatever I can for y'all guys. But let me show you what I like early on the board. So let's go to this. I mean, I've seen this been some people's favorite play. Sometimes when it's up here, they got Lou Dort at 1.5 assists. I'm gonna lock this in. Every time I see Lou Dort at 1.5, I'm gonna lock this in. I didn't. Other times this season, I didn't get to lock it in. I don't know if he's let people down, but I've seen people be on this, and so I went ahead and opened when I opened up the NBA for tomorrow, I seen that this was on the board, and I like it. I mean, as you can see, he has 3 out of 5, his last 5, but I mean, this one's low. This one's just low. It's just 1.5. I mean, I know, and guys, props are low for a reason, and just keep that in mind because a prop looks really low, but is low for a reason. And another thing that I wanted y'all to keep in mind, this happened to me the other day. I lost probably about $300 or $400. I did a 2-pick power. I think I threw like $100 on it, and it was right when Robert Williams was ruled out, and they had Al Horford and Jason Tatum, and I was like, of course you want to jump on that. You want to jump on that before PrizePicks moves the line. So as soon as I seen that he was out, They had Tatum and they had Horford on the board at 7.5 rebounds. And I'm like, oh, man. So I just jumped on it. But I picked Horford because, you know, he's the center or whatever you want to call it. But when you come to a decision like that, just something that I learned. You know, you got Tatum and you got Horford. Of course, something, you know, most people like me might say, you know, they're going to go, you know, right to the center, the big guy. Okay, he's the one that's supposed to get the rebounds. But Horford doesn't play nearly as many minutes as Tatum. So, and of course, Tatum's a superstar of the team. Horford's not. Horford doesn't play the minutes. Horford doesn't play, from a couple games that I followed, he doesn't play much in the second half. He doesn't play much in the fourth quarter. But I went to Horford. So I jumped on it. I threw big money on it. And the other guy hit. Horford didn't. Horford didn't hit, and Tatum hit. Tatum got over the 7.5 boards. Now, if Horford would have played probably the same minutes as him, maybe he would have went over. But just keep that in mind when you go to do when you have to make a choice between two players and they both seem like locks or whatever it might be. Go with the guy that gets the more minutes. Go with the superstar. You know, go with the. I mean, I was like, I regretted that so badly. I should have went with Tatum, but again, I just gravitated, or whatever you call it, gravitated towards Horford, and he didn't hit. But anyways, yeah, give me Lou Dort over 1.5 assists. Let's see what I got here for him. So yeah, he's averaging 2 over his last 5, and he's already played Houston twice this season. He's gone over 1.5 twice this season. So this is like probably my lock in the day. You know, I'll have this guy in a few lines. Like I've always said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I still believe in that. I've seen some other big gurus that they, you know, they'll pick 1 or 2 players and they'll put them in every single line. I don't agree with that just because just one doesn't hit and you're pretty much messed up. I mean, if you have it a flex, you know, you still have a chance to double up. But if you got it in a 2-pick, a 3-pick, you know, powers, you know, one guy doesn't hit, you're done for the night. You know, or if you know the 2 guys, if you have 2 or 3 guys in every single line that you make, and 2 of them miss, you're screwed. I mean, because even in a 5-pick flex, if you get 3, yeah, you get some money, but you lost money. So just keep that in mind because I've been seeing that you know, the locks. So what I'll do is I'll put, if I do 10 lines a day, I'll put Dort in 2 or 3 of them. And that's it. I'm not going to do that because, as you can see here, versus Atlanta, he only got 1. Versus Milwaukee, he only got 1. So it doesn't matter how much this looks like a lock, and it looks really, really nice because it's 1.5. Gone over twice versus Houston. But if he gets 1 and I have him in every single lineup because this is the super lock of the day, I'm screwed. I don't win no money. So, guys, keep that in mind. Again, everybody plays differently. Just be cautious. But anyways, this is my favorite pick of the day so far. I mean, of course, it's super early. It's not even 10 a.m. Not even 10 a.m. the next day. Nothing like that. Super early. But so far, I like 1.5. Give me Lou Dort over 1.5. I'm gonna lock that in a couple 2-pick powers maybe and put it in a 5-pick flex. Okay, so that's Lou Dort over 1.5 assists. Next we got. And a lot of the value that I found on the board, a lot of the plays that I liked was with the OKC Houston game. Again, there's only a couple games on the board, but I liked what I seen from this game right here. But give me Josh Giddy over 6.5 rebounds. I mean, he's been smashing the boards like 7, 7, 7, 8, 12. This line right here, even probably the Lou Dort line, maybe not. But this line right here will probably be 7 before the game tips off tomorrow. I can see it being 7 all the way up to 7.5 because I'm looking at the lines. You know, I'm looking at a site and a site had them at 7.5. I don't know if that's the official line. Again, it's super early, but this line can move up to 7.5. And just look at the difference. Look at of picking early because if you get him at 6.5, look, as you can see here, his last 3 games, he's hit 7. So at 6.5, you're gold. You're golden. I mean, like I like to say, I mean, you're golden right here at 6.5. Now they move this up to 7. You're looking at probably a guaranteed push at least. Of course, a push you don't lose with a push, but you could lose a lot of money because if it's, you know, 4-pick power, you know, whatever it might be, and it's a push, it downgrades it to 1 or whatever to below that. So guys, if you like this and you agree with me, of course, if we both agree, it has to be a lock. Get it now. Get it at 6.5. Get it before, I think it's 10 a.m. Eastern time. I think that's around the time that PrizePicks wakes up and stuff starts that they start getting active. So I'm snatching this guy up tonight. 6.5 boards. As you can see here, his last 5, smashing it. And let me see what I got on these notes. So yeah, over 6.5 rebounds, he's gone over. So as you can see here, he's gone over his last 5, but he's actually gone over 8 out of his last 10. So his last 10 games, he's at an 80% hit rate. He had 11 earlier this month versus Houston already. And Houston is 22nd in rebounds allowed. I like Josh Giddy overall and everything in this game. Like, I mean, he's looking really good. I don't know if Shea Alexander's going to play. It looks like he is. They have him on the board. I don't know how that's going to go, but I don't care if he plays or not. For the rebounds, I really like Josh Giddy over 6.5 rebounds. So give me that. Next we got same game. I mean, again, this is the. And you see, I didn't see this on here. I think they just added this one because Chicago. Okay, when I started doing my research like 30 minutes ago, Chicago and Charlotte were not on the board. Oh, nice. Guys, one of my main strategies is targeting big men versus Charlotte. So I already have my eyes on Vooch. So I think I'm going to target more of a fantasy score, or rebounds maybe. Where's he at? 12 rebounds. Boy, that's a lot. But I think he can get there. Definitely get there, especially against Charlotte. But that's something I'll try to see if I can make another video tomorrow with different picks. But anyways, from what I have Kevin Porter Jr. I like Kevin Porter Jr. over 15.5. As you can see, the hit rate, he's only gone over 2 out of his last 5, so the hit rate's not great. This is more of a matchup. This is more of, of course, Jalen Green's not playing. He should have a usage bump. But he had 18 versus them earlier. He's only played them once this season. They played them twice, but I guess he was injured in the other one. So his only game versus OKC, he had 18. And I think that was like the first game of the season for them. And so Green was playing, even though that was, early on. Either way, he got over 15.5. So OKC is 29th in 3-pointers allowed and 29th versus guards, like of his prototype or whatever. So it's a good matchup. This is more of a matchup pick. It's not more of a hit rate pick. It's more of a matchup pick. I like Kevin Porter Jr. over 15.5 points. This might be a little risky for you guys. Again, I'm just going with what's on the board. What was on the board when I was starting to do this research. There'll probably be a lot better plays tomorrow, but early on I like this one, and if you agree with it, put it in now. So give me Kevin Porter Jr. over 15.5. Next, I like and this one has hit for me and has burned me. So this one's like I go to it, but it's not. Again, there might be a better play come out. Give me Mike Conley over 5.5 assists. As you can see here, not a good hit rate. He's only got 1 out of his last 4. Again, this one's based on matchup. This one's based on matchup for me, because they're 29th in assists allowed. Portland's 29th in assists allowed. They're giving up 26 a game, 26 assists a game. So this is a matchup pick for me. And the site that I looked at, like, he's heavily favored to go over 5.5 assists. So guys, again, you could be cautious with this. Again, his hit rate's not good. This is another matchup pick. Again, there's not much on the board. Slim pickings on the board, so I'm trying to find the value wherever I'm at. But this, I've picked him a couple times for this assist prop, and I think he's about 50-50 for me. So be cautious, and maybe there'll be something better when the free throws come out, when more props come out, when the fantasy score come out. But as of right now, I like Mike Conley over 5.5 assists. Again, it's a matchup play, not so much a hit rate play. And give me this one right here. Give me Karl-Anthony Towns over 21.5 points. As you can see here, he's been smashing. He even got 28 versus Embiid. I know Embiid got like 42, I think, but he got 28 versus Embiid. He's been smashing it. I mean, even New Orleans. I know Joval has given problems to some centers to score against, scoring against him, and he had 28 against them. Bad game versus Miami, but Miami's really a good defensive team. But this is what I like most. Karl-Anthony Towns kills the Pacers. Like I'm telling you, Karl-Anthony Towns smashes the Pacers his whole career. So that's why I like this over 21.5 points. He's been he's on a roll. As you can see, 4 out of his last 5, he's been smashing lately. And for his whole career, he's averaged 27.3 versus Indiana. Again, a lot of people, I see out there, oh, well, Miles Turner, he's going to shut him down, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, he's averaged 27.3 in his career versus them, and he averaged 31 last season versus them. In 2 games, he averaged 31 versus them last season. So I definitely like this pick. I think this is another one of my favorites. Right now from on the board, I really like, Dort over 1.5, Giddy over 6.5 rebounds, Towns over 21.5, and then this is another one of my ones that I'm looking toward. It's just a little. So again, just to recap that one, give me Karl-Anthony Towns over 21.5 points, and then next one I have is Darius Bazley. Now this guy has been going under. If you've caught on to this, I mean, you've hit this for the last. I mean, he's gone under. Let me see here. He has went under 8 straight games. 8 straight games he's been under 10.5 points. So I've seen a couple people onto this. If you've been onto this, I've made some good money off of this. He's gone over 8 straight games. So again, I'm gonna have to ride it. The only thing is I guess you could say it's a little risky just because it's only 10.5 points. I mean, 10.5 points is not much. It doesn't take much to get there for a whole game. But he's just not hitting it. He's not, I don't follow OKC. I don't know why. Whatever. Maybe he's not a scorer for them. I think he played better last season. But anyways, give me Bazley under 10.5 points. So that's what I like. That's what I like for the for what was on the board when I did my research. Oh, this is nice. So this is another one, popular one that's been going. Melo over 2 threes. It seems like, this game, it seems like the Minnesota game, like everybody was on him heavy to hit over 2 threes. Like it was like a lot of people. I'm talking about a lot of people were on this, and he killed a lot of people's lines with that 0. But as you can see here, 4 out of his last 5 games. Well, one was a push. So 3 out of his last 4 games, he's went over this. So this is another good pick right here, guys. So pretty much, I already gave you the picks that I researched. I'm going to give you just off the top of my head plays that I know that look good, that just from this whole season that's been going on. So yeah, LaMelo Ball over 2 3-pointers is a good one. They don't have him up for rebounds yet. I've picked him a couple times for rebounds this season, and he's hit for me. Let me see what else I got here, guys. And guys, don't forget to let me know down below. Don't forget to let me know what y'all guys are liking. If y'all like anything, let me know. Zach LaVine over 3.5 assists. Yeah, Miami was tough, but 4, 3, 4. He's been doing pretty good in this category. I like this play. This one's not a favorite, but it's definitely something that I'll probably throw in at least in 1 line, 2 lines. And I think that's all I got for y'all guys. This play right here, target big men versus Hornets, big men versus Charlotte. They've been smashing them. So give me big men versus Hornets. Let me see if I can show y'all here. As you can see right here, Charlotte's 29th versus centers, 29th. He's projected to be at 40.53. I'm pretty sure there's no way that PrizePicks is going to have him at 40. I mean, I don't know what his line's been lately, but I would get him anything that's, I would think it would be at least maybe, what has he been at? I haven't been following Vooch. I used to follow him, of course, last year because he was on the Magic. But I would say anything under 40 is a lock for me. I'm going to play Vooch versus the Hornets. Definitely, again, centers have been smashing versus the Hornets. So that's something to look out for tomorrow, guys. I'm going to try to go ahead and make another video for y'all guys tomorrow. I'm gonna get into some underdog. I've been playing some underdog as well. I'm gonna do some more some different websites, and also I plan to do some football videos for y'all guys. I love football. I'm good at football too. I don't know why I just get when basketball comes out, like I guess because basketball is like every single night, and it's like, you have a chance to win every single night. I guess football kind of like, since it's only a couple times a week, is like I don't get as much into it because, again, basketball is like such, every single day kind of thing. But anyways, I'm gonna see if I can make another video for y'all guys tomorrow, different underdog, and then maybe a football video. And I promise I'm gonna be more active. And guys, if you're still listening to me, if you're still with me after all this time, definitely look forward to the Patreon is coming. It looks like it's going to be middle of December. We're working on it as we speak, and that's another reason why I haven't been so active, because that's going to be it's going to be on a whole nother level. It's going to have its own Discord for subscribers only. And guys, I don't want you to think, because I seen a lot of people in the community get blasted when they decide to go premium and they start to charge. I'm not talking about I'm a guru. My picks don't hit a lot of the times. You know, they hit a lot of times, but they don't hit a lot of the times. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, follow me, every single thing I do, you know, you're gonna kill it, you're gonna crush it. Cause no, I mean, my picks fail just like your picks fail. My picks don't hit just like your picks don't hit. It's not about the picks. It's about having the research. It's about having everything. Like, I'm talking about everything. First half, second half, fourth quarter. How many minutes they play in the fourth quarter? How many points they play? How many points they score in the fourth quarter? How much fantasy score do they get in the fourth quarter? All that stuff. I mean, I see guys all the time in the Discords, hey, what's the second half line? Give me a fourth quarter line. Because that research is not out there. I mean, there's only a couple people that do these sheets. I know I'm not going to be the only one that's doing it, but I don't think there's not going to be anybody as detailed as we are. I mean, you're going to get everything down to the T. I'm talking about, again, minutes played, you know, what they've done their last 5-10 games of season, and it has props, it has everything. I mean, I always point out the first, second half, and fourth quarter, just because there's not a lot of research on that. There's not too much research out there to help you with that. And so I don't want you to be in the Discord begging for picks. I want you to be able to just boom, there's a prop sheet right there, and you don't have to wait for nobody. What about if the guru that you're waiting for to give you the fourth quarter lines, you know, went to go take a dump and he can't give you the fourth quarter lines? Now you have this in your hand and you don't have to worry about it. You can be the guru. So look out for that. It's going to be the middle of December. And I hope y'all guys have a great night. And I'll check back in with y'all tomorrow.